Shalom, Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praises and honor to the Most High Yahweh, or Yahweh Shai. Yeah, this video what you're about to see put up, I'll get invitation to go to a presentation today where a chief here in Ghana was offering some land to a brother from America, Atlanta. His family is from the Virgin Island, but the brother was stationed in Atlanta. He's an Israelite. I think he's part of the Mona community, or he used to be part of the Mona community, but by somewhat, I don't think he affiliated to the community no more. So the video what you're about to see is different clips where the land was presenting to him, and he trying to convince the community what he planned to do there. He planned to build houses, apartments, schools, library. He tried to build a community out of the 24 acres of land. So in some of the clips you'll see where it was conversation with some of the people in terms of he get the land, will he employ the people in the community, etc. But it was just nobody never give me land no before. I never see nothing like it take place before, so it was an experience for me, and just to see that. So just watch a video and watch a clip. If you need the brother information, feel free to ask, I'll give it. But the land is given, and it's signed, it's sealed, and we just can pray for him that the Most High be with him and watch him flourish within the land. And it's just was marvelous. You understand me? He's here for 17 months, and he leave Atlanta come here, and he accomplished that. So wherever direction he take, it's a blessing. So we just want to give the Most High thanks, give the Most High praise. Right? So just watch a video and like, subscribe, share, and support, donate. You understand me? So hope you enjoy. Give all praises to the Most High, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So yeah, so as you all know, the journey continues. We're in Ghana, and this is a very what the word to use, powerful brother right here.
All praises.
I know a lot of people in our community don't know him, but I'm gonna let you know him now. And the vision of actually visiting Ghana, I showed him out a couple months ago, and he did some paperwork here for me. I get it back in the state before I come here, and I'll make him elaborate more on that because he's a businessman. I could use the word he's a wealthy man now in Ghana because he owns all this land. Turn around the camera. All this, what, 24 acres, right?
Yes.
So he owns all these 24 acres of land. So I'm going to make him speak on what the idea I have for the land, which I hear the idea, and I think is a tremendous idea because so much time in our community, people look down on us and say, all we do, we curse at the white man on the street, we don't own nothing, we don't have nothing. So if we don't have a foundation, it's not going to be an end. So now this brother have a foundation going where I'm going to tell him introduce himself.
Sure.
Go ahead, my brother.
So my name is Amatziyahu Ben Yisrael. You can call me Amatz. I am the spokesperson and treasurer for our cooperative works organization called Bamboo Roots Collective. We are primarily based here in the Cape Coast area of Ghana, West Africa. We are an organization whereby everything we do cooperatively. We are working together to create community. We were very fortunate, very blessed to be invited to come and live amongst the villagers of Ekrofo. They in turn donated 24 acres of land to our organization. In turn, a relationship of reciprocity has been established in that they've given to us and we in turn have agreed to give back to the local community. So I would imagine one of the goals right now that we're working to address is not so much anymore as to why we should return to Africa. If the colonialism, neo-colonialism, transatlantic slave trade, chattel slavery, 3/5 of a man, Jim Crow, segregation, and all the continued social injustices that take place in Western society is not enough to answer as to why we need to return back home to Mama Africa. I can't imagine what will be. But rather what we're working to address and answer is how should we return back to Africa? This is the critical, this is the pivotal question now, is how should we return to Africa? Because if we bring the West with us in our mentality, if we bring the West with us in our mind, we bring their culture and so forth here to Africa, we'll only succeed in creating another America in Africa, another Europe in Africa. We don't need any more of such. We want to begin to uplift Afrocentric, African ideas, values, cultures, and so forth. So what we're working to do is address the how to come back to Africa. Our organization is invested in sustainable development. We can still have the modern conveniences that we all desire, like if you want to turn the tap, water will come out of it. If you want some air conditioning, you can have such. If you want electricity, you can have such. You can have the same comforts and conveniences we've all grown accustomed to in Western society, but there's a way in which we can do it here in Mama Africa that will allow us to be in harmony with the ecology. This is something that Bamboo Roots Collective is working to address, and we are going about such cooperatively, meaning that it's not the responsibility of one person to invest in the entire project, but rather everyone contributes an equal portion, and with such you can begin to understand why Melech David said, consider the ants and how they are small, but many, they accomplish so much. So this is what's taking place. We are working together, much so like ants, and we are making a whole lot happen, a lot easier than if it were just done by one person. So we invite you to come back home to Mama Africa, reach out to someone like myself, my brother Mathathawa. He has our information. He'll help you get in contact with myself and or our organization. And we're assisting our brothers and sisters and those who would seek to reconnect to get acclimated to Ghana, to get acclimated to Africa by obtaining necessary documentation as you shared. Don't just come back with a stamp in your passport that says you can be here for a tourist for 60 days, but rather come here and understand how you can get within the system, if you will, in the same manner we've been accustomed to in the respective lands that we're from. Come back home and become a part of Ghana. Get your documentation so that you are legitimate here in Africa, of which you can go about starting a business as you so choose. So we're here to assist you with that process.
All right, let me say this. As he said, how I look in Africa, because we have difference in belief, just put that out there. And even the same Bible that we read, the Messiah, Yahushua said, when you see the Romans flee to the mountains, it was the mountains of Africa. When Mary and Joseph have baby Christ, where did they fled for refuge? It was Africa, Egypt. You understand me? So we know in our history, Africa always be a safe house, a safe haven, a refuge for the children of Israel.
Yeah.
And but something what I stumble on with my people in the West, a government said, we come back, we give you land, and they stumble in that. Which our father Abraham get a vision and walk through the entire desert to get a land. And when he reached there, the Most High said, it's not for you, it's really for your children. You understand me? And even the oral law said, wherever our foot tread upon, that land is ours. So even I say that to say this, our foreparents was here. So technically it's whose?
This is our land.
Okay, but next question I want to ask you now, you get my TN for me?
Yes.
You get it for other brothers?
Yes.
What's the purpose of the TN and why it's important to get?
Sure. So as he's sharing, the TIN number, the TIN number is tax identification number. So it would be something equivalent to maybe your EIN number in Western society, where if you wanted to start a business, this would be the number that would identify yourself and or your business. One might even suggest it's similar to a social security number. But here in Ghana, your TIN number, your tax identification number, it's almost like step one. And you don't have to come to Ghana to acquire it. You can do so wherever you live respectively. Ghana does allow for third-party representation, meaning that I don't need power of attorney to go and do this for you. I'll just assist you with the process. Once I send you the application, you provide me the necessary information along with the filled out application. I submit that on your behalf. Now you've got your foot in the door. You've gotten connected. to Ghana. You're in the system, so to speak, and then this kind of jumpstarts the process, because there's a saying is where your mind is, your body will follow. So if you are living in the West, you're living in Europe, you're living in the UK, you're living in North America, Central America, Caribbean, South America, once you begin to now connect yourself to Africa, eventually your body will follow, because your mind will lead you there.
And remember, Israel is in Africa too. Israel is just northeast.
Northeast Africa.
So so this entire continent was given to us, which the Most High said, the land of Canaan. Right? So I get my TN and I see 2 weeks here and I see the purpose of it working. So this was the brother who get mine. You understand me? And he get yours too, correct? So so next question I want to ask you before, because we have other clips we're gonna have to this.
Yes.
So what's the vision for this 24 acres of land? I'm looking at it, it's a whole heap of land.
Yes.
What's the vision? What you
Sure,
want to
sure,
plan here, what you want to do here, and
Right.
what you want to do for our Israelite community here, black people, so to say.
Yes, yes. So the purpose of this land is to build a brand of intentional community, meaning that there are like minds who said that they would like to live community, to live amongst our brothers and sisters here in the village of Equifo in which we live. So our brand of intentional community is called Restorative Eco Villages. It's intended to be an off-grid community. The reason for such is we don't want dependencies anymore. Like, for instance, in Western society, or just even on the planet today for the majority, is we're locked into a cycle of trading our time for money. This is someone's idea of a value system that says, in turn, we go and work for 8 to 9 hours and they give us some form of compensation, whether paper currency, coins, or worse yet today, digital currency, a little piece of plastic with a magnetic strip that says, based on how much of your time, the one commodity that once spent, you can never get it back again, that it is worth this amount of value. But what we're doing is we're coming back home to Africa and we're creating communities in such a way whereby we will not be forced to trade time for money. So when you own your land, when you own your house, when you have renewable systems, energy systems like solar, wind turbines, renewable resources like water that comes from the ground, from the aquifers, which you can use boreholes or wells, and you are having water catchment systems on your roof. Now you get all the electricity you need from the sun, the vast energy source as the sun, which shines so much in Africa. You have all the sun and all the energy that you need, and underneath the ground is all the water that you need. So you can still turn on the tap and take a bath, take a shower, brush your teeth and so forth, because you have the system in place that affords you that kind of convenience. So what we're doing is we're working to demonstrate how you can create community whereby you will be in balance with the ecology rather than destroying the environment that we all depend upon. So this is an example, this is a model of how we can do so.
Do you have a website?
We do have a website, so I'll give you the information.
Yeah, and I'll
for
put it
such.
on the clip.
Yeah, so we'll share our information. If you want to get in touch with us, learn more about the organization, we invite you to do so.
And as I said, brothers and sisters, you mentioned payment for time. There is no value in your time. With you have some bunch of white people sitting and tell you they're raising minimum wage. They're telling you they're paying you $12 or $13 an hour for your time. So we all should have a plan, and the plan is you save as little as you can save or much as you can save, and come and be part of the community. As I said, the land, sign over to him, he have the land, and he's doing something for you. You understand me? So I'm going to put his website, his information up, so you get to him and you can talk to him. And then, because that's what I do, a brother give me his information, I reach out to him, I know I need my certain identification number. You come here, you need a driver's license, you need health insurance, you need certain things, you need that TIN number. You understand me? And he just do it for a small fee, a small price, and he takes it right back to you when you have it. So coming through the airport, you're 1 foot in. You have one something you don't have to go join a line to deal with. And now it's COVID. You see they call it queue. You see line all the way up the block. So his information will be there, but just tell us something about your background, because you have something beautiful going on here. And I know this already, but I just want you to know it. Right?
Sure. So I've been now consecutively in Ghana for a little over 17 months. I've been traveling throughout Africa since 2004. My parents are originally from the Caribbean, and there was just a calling, to come back home to Africa, to be able to participate in Africa's upliftment and restoration. And there are different stages of the process, that I would often share with our brothers and sisters, in that we don't expect the mass migration right now. We see the movement, we see the people, we see the come out of her, my people, lest you be partakers of her sins and receive of her plague. We see the process unfolding. Our people are becoming aware now of the value of Mama Africa. So this is what we are working to do, is just to demonstrate such as an organization. So in this process now, people are seeing the value of coming back home. So we continue to encourage those who are interested in such to come. And there's different stages of the process. Like if you can imagine the building of a home, there are going to be those who are the trailblazers. And if you look and you see how the paths have been cut here, this required trailblazers. This required those who are willing to come and start cutting the bush to just even make a way for others to come. So then there's another phase of those coming home to Mama Africa, whereby those will come and lay the foundation. Then there are those who will come and erect the walls. Then there are those who will come and put the roof on. Then there are those who will come and start putting up the drapes and the curtains, and those who will come and furnish the home. So everyone has their piece of the puzzle. And we're all working to bring our pieces of the puzzle together to make the vision, to make the picture more clear. And there are different stages in which we come to build the house of Africa. So wherever you fit in with that piece of the puzzle, and wherever you are as a builder, whether it be the trailblazer or those who will come and just begin to put the artwork on the wall, we welcome your contribution, and we're here to assist you in that process.
All praises, and we give thanks. And myself has said, because you worked for me before, so I give thanks for your service and for the vision you have for black people. So with that, I say shalom, and the Most High continually to bless you in your walk, in your work, and myself will be here, so just feel free to call upon our community at any time, right? So we say shalom.
Big brother.
Correct. It was said that was the pay. And a pay when one man one day, a man qua. And a pay when one man to me, any nimdiani answer. Say a cotrill and a cotra diana. And a pay that was it about Tampa. And a pay a show dear Numiam a pedaldino. A sedan cowdin, a young cowdin. And a pension a bedin common. The giant commodia showing sa ura. Macroye or dog. Tiasia Tima and Blayan commodie me. Papa ni Paponini out of Solisa on the on Passa about Koya near dog. A bed panel. You are this moja a brain you must say. About Tampa, Jumedia ye babedi, a janu mojamu. And if I ye dear Kunimi dear Peja and Kanko and Blackloy. Ura, and a pay ye near also share, ye giant Yamusa on sa. Can you want my and one dinner to me? I bet me deep. You couldn't be a way I come for so. When you be sir and a pray that I was it. I don't mean to. Amen.
Amen.
And we look forward to.
Please sit down.
Oh, sure. We look forward to the continued positive, growing relationship together. We are very excited about where we are at this stage of the project, and we look forward to learning from each other as to how we can best proceed so that all involved can be very excited about the growth. Are you translating?
Yes.
Who will translate?
I will do that.
Sure.
Listen to the buying there. Okay, you know what? You can be maybe I did that. But no, I don't know. If you are good, if you are training, you know. That's how I was not telling you. Young is your friends are friends. So I don't know when you see our new community.
Kwaba. And once I get working, you and your people.
What I see.
Yeah? You go. We are sorry. What is happening? You have been in Africa for some time. And you have heard what we usually used to say, Africa. It has been a habit.
Oh, no worries.
These seats are supposed to be full.
Yo, Martin.
But where are they? You are coming. Now that you have come, they are coming. So please, we beg you, forgive us.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
It is true. We have started a certain relation. And I think we have gone far.
Yes.
We are looking for time like this, that most of the people will come so that we start what we want to do.
Yeah.
We invited you, and our mission was, if one or two has come, let me know them. And they also come and see the town, especially the land we have given to you for that project. The head of state, as you know, there's a certain festival going on. So most of them are there. They will come, but they haven't come. And we requested for a certain entertainment to just welcome a small thing to welcome, so that they also will live there to the land to see what is going on. So it is true that we invited you to know those who have come and to see how much we did to do the work. So if you have any information or any plan, you can give it to us.
Sure. Medasi. So, at this stage of development, we are planning to have a civil engineer come who will identify the topography of the land to see is it best to put residential houses here, or is it best to put the farmland here? Plus, we need to be able to understand how does the insu move across the land so that we can identify proper drainage, so that we can move all the insu this way, so that it doesn't create a flood where you would put house. And we want to understand, is the ground strong? Do we need to bring big machine to make the foundation strong? You want to translate? Okay. So this is the next step for us. We are in conversation with maybe as many as 2 who will come and perform the job. So we're waiting to decide on who will perform the job. And once this is done, we have an architect who is a part of our organization who will design the first home. And once the first home is designed, then we will do the groundbreaking ceremony. This is the one where Nana, we will ask to meet again with the villagers, the family head, and we'll go to the land, pour libation again, and we will also invite the media to come and to share the relationship between the villagers of Ekrofo, Bamboo Roots Collective, the diasporans who have come home, so that we can show all of Ghana, we can show all of the diaspora that we are being welcomed to come back home and invited to be among our brothers and sisters. So this one we are hoping will take place November 26th. 26, like 1 month and 25 days or 24 days. And then we imagine after the groundbreaking ceremony, in the month of January, we will start the foundation for constructing the first home, along with having payloader come and clear some more of the ground. So by January, the first home will be constructed. and then small, one more home, small, one more home. But then we want to sit down amongst ourselves and decide at which point within our own development are we ready to honor the MOU. You and I discussed this. When do we start funeral done bar? When do we start vocational school? I would like to meet with yourself at some point, Nana, to describe how we feel we can go about the MOU, because there are two ways to do this. One is the way in which most foreigners will come. They will come saying, I've got big CDs and I will spend. But oftentimes what happens is that type of relationship creates dependency. It creates dependency. For instance, Nana, if I give you a melon that has no seeds inside of it, you know this type of melon. Yeah. In America, they sell it. Then all you can do is eat the fruit. There's no seed. But if I come and I give you melon with seeds, you can then take the seed and go and do what? Plant it, where you can grow your own melon. So there are two approaches to the relationship whereby we can either come thinking that we are going to give you something that's intended to nourish you and make the community more strong, but our intention is to just cause you to have to keep coming back to us to say, we need this, we need this, we need this. Or we can come providing opportunity, much like seeds, where we say, let's work together in a way whereby we can empower our brothers and sisters of Ekofo, Amisa Kron, Akowanso, so that over time, our brothers and sisters can begin to do for themselves. For instance, rather than buying block, why not bring a machine that makes the block? Do you see the difference? I can come and give you block to build your house, or I can bring block making machine and say, this is donated to the village of Ekofo. Now let's work together to learn how to use the machine so that we can now distribute the block to any of the villagers who need to build their home. This is the kind of idea that we are coming with. We don't want to cause dependency. We want to cause for greater self-reliance amongst ourselves. We want to work together in a way whereby we have the things that we need to go forward together. Of the trees. If you remove all of the trees, the rain will come and it will wash away the topsoil and it will cause erosion. So we don't want to just take all the trees from the land, because we want to decide too which trees we would like to keep, some of which we can even use for development. Rather than just to cut the trees down, we can decide this tree can be used for wood for construction. So we'll do little by little. And uncle came to collect some medicine the other day. So if we just cut it down, there's medicine that the villagers would say they would like to come and collect. So we don't want to just cut it down and don't allow the villagers to come and use some of the wood and the medicine, even for cooking fuel. Nana JC, maybe even what we can do is we could even decide, say we decide that we're going to clear 2 plots in one place. We could even come long before we bring key loader and say, Nana, this area that is set aside, we're preparing 1 week from today to come and clear. and invite whomever to come and maybe remove any of the bush or trees that is beneficial, so that we just don't come and clear it down, but maybe it's for firewood.
Yeah. But what are you going to do in there? I don't know. What my bad idea.
Or the July, the July, could be safe for just to cook with this council. They are cheering home or that yeah, one from 2 for man or a panel with that. And be aware that I would do that. I'm a big granite.
To provide for us as a people. Before the European came to Africa, Africa did not have Ghana Water Authority. Before the European came to Africa, we did not have PDS. We did not have ECG. So what did we do? Did we hit the light switch depending on PDS to send electric to us? Did we turn the tap waiting for Ghana Water Authority to supply us with water from the tap? We did not have these things. We knew to go to the river. We knew that we can dig bula to fetch water. We knew that when the sun came up, we would have all the lights we need. Maybe at night we would burn candle or something. So the next level of development is not to go back to candles. We're not saying let's go back to candles. The next level of development is not to just dig bula everywhere. We can still supply tap, water to the tap, but we have to put in place systems that will allow us to do so sustainably, where you do not destroy the environment around you. If we dig big hydroelectric dam, it will destroy the water. But if we go about creating systems like maybe borehole, where we pool the water from the borehole and we send pipe to this house and this house, then if you go maybe 250 meters away, you dig next borehole and you send to 5 houses here. Then you go 250 meters here, you dig borehole and you send to 5 houses here. Now these 5 houses have insu forever. These 5 houses have insu forever. If you put solar on the roof of each one of the homes, or as we grow as a community, we can begin to attract investors who will say, rather than put one solar on this house and one solar on this house, we can create a decentralized solar power station where maybe we'll decide somewhere in the village to put 15, 20 solar panels, and we create a system that sends electric to maybe 15, 20 houses. So there's a first step, then a second step, and a third step. Little by little, we continue to improve on the systems. So we're definitely asking for patience with the process. Let's address one thing at a time. Let's do the sanitation. Let's hire the worker. Then let's have conversation about the next thing. And it's also important that we continue to keep our investors interested as well, because the moment our brothers and sisters do not see progress on the land, they see no houses for themselves, they will say, hey, why are we here? Why are we giving, but we're not developing homes for ourselves? So let's continue to discuss these potentials. That's what that's saying.
You do understand what
sure,
you
go
said.
ahead.
Yeah. But so right now, let's focus on the sanitation.
Yes, please.
Yeah. After that, we'll go to the other step.
We'll talk about the next step.
Thank you very much.
May I share?
Okay.
Our brothers here, they are here. Nana Insifu, he has, Nana Kao Insifu, he has met with the brothers who do masonry, carpentry, electric, plumbing. I believe there are two masons? There are more than, who is it? 2 masons? So we have discussed a construction team, so that when we are to build houses here, we do not go to a Cebu to hire a construction team. Because if we hire a construction team for Asebu, where does the money go? It goes to Asebu. If we hire from Anamabu, where does the money go? It goes to Anamabu. But if we hire skilled personnel from Ekrofo, from Amisa Chrome, from Akuwansu, where does the money go? It stays within the community. We want to empower the local community. We don't want to send resources away from the village. So that's why we have discussed, let's look amongst ourselves so that we can build for ourselves. Because if I can employ my brothers, if all of my brothers and sisters can employ our brothers and sisters from Ekrofo, the money will stay in Ekrofo. And then you can decide what to do with that money. If you will improve upon your house, if you will make sure your children have more chop, if you make sure that you will plant more cassava, we can begin to decide how to use these resources to uplift Ekrofo. And then as we bring more technology, for instance, next week we are receiving our interlocking brick making machine. Does someone know this? Interlocking brick. Do you know this one? Okay, so traditional block, these houses, you need mortar. It's cement, it's sand, it's gravel. Interlocking brick, you need only the clay and maybe 8% cement. And the brick is designed in a way where if you put one, you stack the next one on top of it. And you stack the next one on top of it. You don't need no mortar. You don't need no mortar. So now you are not needing sand, you are not needing gravel. All you need is this. That's it. And small cement. We can build in such a way where you are not dependent on more and more resources. We'll use the resources around us to erect and build our village, where now we can begin to teach also how to build in this way. If you go on YouTube, if you go on the internet, you'll see there are many countries who have already applied this technology. We want to bring the same here to Ghana. Yes, please.
Give you a new land where you cemetery. You constructed a road ourselves. But it has not to, let's say, from here to that building. And for that place, you can do it. Yeah. So anytime you feel that machine comes,
That they should come in.
yeah,
Sure.
ready to come and construct.
Yes, please. I'll let you know before we come.
Thank you very much.
I wanted to share something, and then my brother would like to share as well.
Okay.
Nana, I understand your responsibility as the chief of Ekrofo. It's not easy to be in a position of leadership because it's not just you thinking about yourself, it's you thinking about all. So I want to thank you for your patience throughout this whole process, Nana. And likewise myself, in working to represent others as well, it has not been easy, but I'm very thankful for you and our relationship, and that we continue to be very patient with one another and very understanding, and I thank you.
Let me explain it to them.
Sure.
As well, I come as a member of Matat, also on the Massey. What could he learn? What's he? And then we make dinner, may have a drama. If you tell me go with it, some day we do all the shots. The other Massey, I would tell me in the catching. More from the Sawati.
I'm not no way, but I'm a leader again.
That's all the company who are doing no age. My catcher,
Mr. Man, that's why you wear t-shirt, one love. Yeah, they are love together.
And Nana, sometimes it's very difficult being in your position because if the villagers should hear that some money was given and they see you have new TV, they say, oh, the money must have bought you new TV. If you have new sandals, they say, the money must have bought you new sandals. So I appreciate the kind of integrity that you have brought to this project, and that you and I know that whatever has been given, it has gone to where it was intended. So I thank you for your integrity.
That's it. No need to. Then I catch you.
JC is a translator.
I think question. If no question, contribution.
Sure.
Yes, I'm speaking. Some came late. As we are speaking, you could see that other people are bringing some banners and so forth and so on. So they don't know what is going on. So unless somebody can even interpret what goes on from the beginning, is what I need.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm not sure if we have the time to review.
I'm speaking to the that is the Nana,
sure.
so that they can even explain.
Nobody tell me there. It is one man there. Also, one man there. You may not correct that. If we work on who is the Canada? Yana. The Arabana, whether we be no more people, no, or that's how they work out. I mean, this is a number. You can make a see a guano. How was that? A monarch can make a TV. The young will be to be there, but they need to be there. You go over there, what tomorrow. That's why I said, well, I shall be my house watching. Now, if you said that, when I would do need a pretty cry, most of them be when them. I said, once we bring him, baby, can they be one? You see, mobile and there. So, by a put another name. I will take it as a worker on my yahtzee. Let's say, baby, will go and yes, you'll be here, and they drew me. Yasa. Now, when I had one son, I was over by now. I will clear who a gay doctor and maybe I was over here. I will do you now, my home. Obey them, I can't cut there. I see about here, saying from the cabin. A Zoom lion, or class like a then you won't food your hair, mocha for input in the eye, one for the hair. You won't put it to talking. The Akana could be better a marker in your 19 nation. No who care for that. Wait for your hair. No papa.
He goes somewhere else. Maybe some politician somewhere gets envelope under the table or something. I don't know. But the thing for us in having come back home to become a part of the village, it does require trust. It does require trust. Because if I say I signed the MOU, but then maybe after 6 months we do nothing, then you can say, hey, Nana, what are they doing? They got 5, 6, 7 houses, but they've done nothing. It's at that point you can say, oh, we need to have another conversation. But it does require trust. And if my brothers and sisters do not see that they are able to develop, they too will say, why? Why are we giving the land if we cannot build anything? There's a balance. There's a balance. You cannot stay away from your wife for too long. She will say, you've been gone too long. You are imbalanced. You have to come home and say, baby, oh, I love you. She will say, you are balanced. So we have to find a balance in our relationship whereby these brothers and sisters right here are the only reason why we are able to give money to P-Loader. The only reason we're able to give money to build shrine. The only reason we can give money for the men to play the instrument is because they believe in what we are doing. But the moment they say, no, I don't think this is going to work, they will say, I will go and get my own land somewhere. They will pay someone for the land. They'll build big house. They'll put barbed wire around the fence, and they will live in their little small house. Okay. And the only Ghanaians they will know are the ones who come and sell banana at the front of the gate. Someone will knock and say, Impwa, Kwedu, Pawpaw. And that's all they will know, is who comes and sells some fruit to them. But if we are able to come and live amongst our brothers and sisters, now we can have a better relationship that will begin to heal the trauma whereby his and our great-great-great-grandparents were taken from Elmina. They were taken from Cape Coast, these castles, these dungeons. But if we don't come and live amongst our brothers and sisters, then all we will ever do is we'll bring the mind of the West back to Africa. And Africa does not need more of the mind of Donald Trump. It doesn't need the mind of these people over here. We need to bring back, we need to come home and learn from our brothers and sisters how to begin to think African again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, councillors. Thanks for giving up the land to the brother. But as what Ahmad said about trust, and I hear you mention something earlier about your ancestors said to give us this land. I'm Jamaican. So every history show my ancestors leave this land also. So with even that and the program that he have, for us as a nation of people to come back home, right? It's beautiful you give us land pertaining to that. But as the brothers were contemplating about what we'll do for the community, history should prove itself. Wherever we go, we build up. America was nothing until we go on the slave ship over there, right? Look at America now. So history should prove that. Wherever we go, we build up. And for the program that he have, is a very honest program. He put it out there. I saw it. The brother showed me him. I contact him. And you have our people over there really want to come back here. You understand me? And what he farming is a community. So if it's not just, it going to happen exactly how you say it's going to happen. You're going to come down by a plot there, build up a house, put back wire. But do we need that 2020? No. As a nation of people, do we need that? Because we're supposed to be one nation, right? Yeah. It's only some on this side of the Atlantic and some was on the next side of the Atlantic. You understand me? So as we said, we have a program going, and when he mentioned solar for the community, it was a good project. You understand me? He mentioned about collecting the garbage for the community. That was a good project. You understand me? But as we said, we have to trust each other again. We trust the so-called European. We trust the white man for years, and we end up divided. That happened, right? So when are we going to trust ourselves again?
Yeah. You know,
and I heal from there.
When the Berlin conference happened, King Leopold gathered the Belgium, they gathered all the European nations, and they said, let's go to Africa and let's carve up Africa. Before this time, there was no Ghana, Togo. We saw ourselves more together, but now there are borders. Even in the east now, there's Togo land. They are feuding over the land because someone said that you are Togolese, you are Ghanaian. This is your border. But there was a time where these borders did not exist. We just had families and tribes and what have you, and we would strive to work amongst ourselves. So if the Europeans can at one time say, let's carve up all of Africa for ourselves, then why can't the African, the indigenous African, and the Africans from the diaspora, why can't we come together today and say, let's unite and work together for Africa's upliftment and restoration? If they can do it for the wrong reasons, then certainly we as Africans can come back and work together amongst our brothers and sisters to uplift and restore Africa for the right reasons.
Judge, as we said, you cannot judge us based upon we ain't do nothing yet. As the brother said, give him 6 months. Give him 12 months. You understand me? When you don't see anything,
I'll take the 6.
you understand me? When you see it don't work now, then we all men. You understand me? We can't come back and say, listen, brother, nothing happened. But as I said, look at history. Where have black people ever left from we left Africa? Where have we ever been to that did not deliver and build? Where? Just look. Before we go on the ship to America, what was America? What was it? America become the #1 country in the planet Earth now. As what he said, Belgium did it. They said, listen, we need people to build our world. They come to Africa, they get the people, they build their world, right? But look at America and look at Africa. And now you have people willing to come back to build this place up. It shouldn't be no pressure, as you use the word pressure. It should be open hands. Because I said, our ancestors' blood run through this land like yours. You understand me? So as I said, I applaud you. And I thank you to give up the land to the brother and your city One Love. He have something good going. You understand me? While we ridicule him, let's support him. We have to support each other again. We have to help us again. You understand me? And as I said, just check the history. Where have we ever been and he have not grown? Just check the history. What country we go to and the country totally destroyed? And now you have people who build up back these nations willing to come back home. But then this black is still there.
na wo so abɔhwe ma Africa so edi mu kasa ɔkɛ ɔla sika ho ɔde ba na ehwe kasa sika ɔde ba ɔla nye de wo sika obi abotu ma atɔ na asase sika ho obi abotu ma atɔ na asase we sit down owi waje efe na fence wall ato na wa tiri afu bu a obi anu ntumi ya hwe na so nam de wo so da wo ko se wo to bo wo ko miti na wo hia ba ka bom ni ya atrɛ fa ko na wo to ha gina wo de ko sha na wo da ba wo se de hia so dada na wo se da akyerɛ ho ni ya atrɛ ko amadu so si ni no e fo ala za botu ba ya ide dimpu e ozo kete ke be gate ti pu ho opu to bi wa to gate akese dem na be nye tu be ya ko ola sume se no ka pekura ono je je pekura nke yemo ha figbo no hwe na se onka ya ana bibi ba edi de bala mo ro pe ka ya ka tu ya ka di on asa se he da njogo du be se wo ya ma butu ye dia asa rules asebu wona wo ofene construction bo wo ofene CP wo ja asase wo twakwan ya wo ji si da wo ya wo we what am saying now wo da no hifa nya se wo fa asase den yara wo ma hibo na ba ya mu ku no da so we be so na se egbe wa wo ya mana o na so wo kora yenyi ya da da na wo be wo ti twakwa wo nya adwumi ya na ho na yenyi ya da ye no chi madam ase.
Okay, thank you.
Let me feel this today. This ano only land already ye take the diamond. This again and so there forestry one man ha why the work is ongoing. What's when you see there is ask whether forestry can come and say something about the forest that we get to you.
Forest. Can someone from the Ministry of Forestry come and educate us about the land?
No, not education. Coming to ask why we are thinking a forestry, our brothers to pay on it. He's asking that we can't they come and ask something.
I don't know.
They can't.
Oh, I understand. You're suggesting that they cannot come and tell us we cannot do something.
Can't they come and ask something about the forest?
I'm asking. Oh, sure.
The land belongs to me, and I've given it to my brother.
You've already told us how the land has been provided for us, so we will not allow people to come and
forest is not a government forest.
It's community
forest.
Yes, please.
And we are giving it to our brother.
Yes, please.
We can't say anything about it.
Yes, please. The one thing, Nana, that we are wanting to do is we want to work with, I don't know the name of the office. Maybe someone here can tell me the name of the office, but we want to make sure that we work with the office that oversees building codes. You know this, building codes. Ghana now has building codes since 2017. Do you know when they come and they write stop work? They will say stop work because someone did not go to the office and say, I'm building this structure and here is the drawings, and they did not get it approved. They do not have the architectural stamp. We want to make sure that as we build the restorative eco village, that we get the proper permission from the offices that say these structures have been designed properly and everything is in order, we're in compliance. Because at some point, someone will come, the MP will come, the president will come at some point, and when they come to see what we have done, we want to make sure everything is in order so that they don't come and say, stop work. We want them to come and say, Ayeko, Ayaze, continue to do what you are doing.
Mama Bram Kakam there, as someone will be son. I am some power there. Martin there. I remember you know, I am communities and areas are your layout. Yeah. And now, most of the time, woman, Damanya Yamano, Okado. I'm trying to explain what happened is that when it comes to these areas, there's no land demarcations in this area specifically. But when you go to areas where they have those demarcations, that is when you start work, you have to produce those things. So if they want to get those things, it means that they have to get a surveyor to survey the whole land and then put it on government structure. That is where then they will go for a permit. But for now here, there's no land demarcation here. But if anything is to happen sometime, it is the chief with the community. They will get a surveyor to survey the whole land and then put it on, go to land commission to take those documents. But for now, there's no land demarcation in this area. For now. More thing there. I know be said there. I want baby who try. Is there no about what stop work check. Nti ono no be said there. Aso the man say where you be we hu no wa about the man be abo ana. Na musume chem there. Baby the man ni tasin baby a abande owone asase nanka so won nka ta da wada dan say wo bibia so me pe ono bo wan wa about abo. But the ham emiti minyim. Na me hu there say wa ba ye bi wa ha so wan ye bi wa ha da it means that mom say nwa wa pere da mad ne bada ono na ne mpemfo na obepe so be na we so be de wa asase ni nyina na wa ye nka ate ato do ono nwa na wa ye na wa kire wo kopi da ba mo chine bi so bi so there onyo ro ko da mad ne ho a na ho atwe da man kra ata no but for now na one year the demarcation dey on problem bi anyo but o kire bi asam san wa opere wa ye da no there wakape region surveyor no baby dan what call land commission no wakaya the papers nti ono na da no odisa ono nya
Lamat. Yes, please. The land is demarcated.
It is, yes. The 20
We have so many lands around this portion of land. That land will belong to this corporate, but a family. So anybody who needs a land apart from what has been given to do his own, if you go to them, they will give it to you. But that all will be for as well.
Nana, I'm very happy that you are sharing this because in time, more diasporans will come because they'll say, we like what is happening at Echo 4 and we want to be a part of this. So as they see the potential for us to grow, to acquire new lands, even if something has to be given for such, we understand. But if they see that there's potential for growth, more and more people will come. And as more and more come, then we are bringing more resources. We are bringing more to become a part of ECHO4. We will continue to grow together. So I thank you for sharing the potential for us to grow as a community.
I